to show you how to run a report that's going to narrow down your list of insurances to the ones that you've used over the past year. That way you're not switching over payer IDs or completing enrollments for insurances that you're no longer using. So this will help minimize your payer ID data entry and also help you to minimize completing enrollments as well. So you're going to go to the reports menu in Medisoft. You're going to go down to the Medisoft reports module. And that just takes a few seconds here to load and pop up. It's going to pop up in a whole nother window. If you've never used this reports module before, there's over 300 reports in this reports module available to Medisoft. You can just put in a keyword to find the report that you need. So in this case, we're looking for the insurance visit list report. So I always quickly find it just by typing the word visit and hit find. And it's going to be the second one on the list here. So when you select it from the find results, it'll open up in the folder where that report is located, and it'll tell you which folder it's in. In here at the top of the screen, it says contents of Plus Pack. So that's here. It's this report, this folder on the left, Plus Pack, and it highlights where it's at. So it was here is where it found it, but I just wanted to point out it does show you which folder it's in. So in the future, if you need to look at other things in that folder that are like the insurance visit list, you'll know where to go. So you're going to just double click on insurance visit list and it gives you the filters to run. So we're going to go 1 year back. Now keep in mind this is fake data, so I don't have very many, so my report's not going to be very long. So we're just going to go 1 year back and hit OK. You're going to leave the insurance codes empty, so it includes all of them. And so this is my list. So you can prioritize your enrollments based on how many visits you have for each of your insurances here. So I'm going to start with the one that has the most visits so I can see if this insurance payer requires an enrollment. That way I can start there with the most important one with the highest volume first and then work your way down. And then if you have a lot of them that have one single visit, you can determine whether or not you want to actually set that up for ERAs, or you can make that determination yourself. But this will at least help you prioritize, and it gives you your Medisoft insurance code in this first column. This is not the payer ID for electronic claims. This is your Medisoft code as far as how you identify your insurances in Medisoft. So if I had multiple Aetnas set up, if this is the only Aetna on the report, then I know that this is the only code in my Medisoft I need to go into and make sure it's set up as electronic, make sure it's linked to the correct clearinghouse receiver, and that I put the payer ID in here for just this one Aetna since it's the only one that showed up on my list. So from here, you can print it out, save it as a PDF if you need to print top left corner, or you can also hit print and change it to, in your drop down here, to PDF and hit OK to save it on your computer somewhere if you'd like that instead. So I'm going to minimize this. Let's go in Medisoft into the insurance list. So I have my insurance list open, but this is your shortcut to get to the insurance list. It's the green insurance card, or you can also go list menu, insurance, carriers, and it brings me to my insurance list. So if I had multiple Aetna codes, I would know that this is the one I've used over the past year to transmit claims with. I'd also recommend adding some columns here on the end. Click the little black dot in the top left corner and click add fields on this pop-up, and you can actually add a default billing method column. Hit OK, click add fields again, and scroll down to primary claims payer ID and EDI receiver. You can use your control button on your keyboard to select multiple columns. If you're doing eligibility verification, I'd recommend to add that one as well. And then click OK and hit OK again. And those columns are now visible on the screen, so you don't have to double click and go into each one to see if you've already set up the payer ID or if you've already switched over your receiver code and see which ones are electronic. So just by adding those columns, I can see right away that my US TRICARE is still set up as paper. So if I did want to submit electronic to that one, first step to do is go see if it requires an enrollment form or not and get that enrollment form completed. And then go get that payer ID for TRICARE. And I would need to just double click to edit to go plug those in. And so I can go to options and codes and switch this one over to electronic for primary and secondary. And then I can go to the EDI eligibility. I have my receiver code in there already from my drop down. I would just need to go plug in the payer ID. I don't know this actual payer ID, but I'm just going to put something in there. And for eligibility as well. And your payer IDs, you're going to get those from your clearinghouse payer list. And then we'll go ahead and hit save. And now you can see here on the screen with having those columns added, it gives you a nice visual to show that that one is done now. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for watching our video. If you want more videos like this, be sure to subscribe and also do us a favor and click that like button. Thanks again and see you on the next one.